Hey guys, how's it going? It's Andrew here again. I actually realized as I was thinking throughout the week what to do, I realized that this week that so far on my all my videos, I have not done a I'd say like a series review yet, and I figured like I would do one today since it's a short list of 3 movies, and I watched them all this week, so they're fresh in my mind, and so I wanted to, kind of put my thoughts down. If you saw my update video, you saw, obviously if you see the title screen, it's the Child's Play series. If you saw my reviews, or my update last week, I had Child's Play 2 and 3, and I hadn't really seen them before, like the whole way through, so I figured I watched them this week, and I have some thoughts to share on them. But first off, today's April 2nd, so happy belated April Fool's Day. Hopefully you didn't play too cruel of pranks on people. For one, I didn't do it this year. I didn't do anything. I usually either go all out or I don't do one at all. And this year I didn't do one. I guess I just didn't feel like doing it this year. But I did watch April Fool's Day, the original one from '86. If you guys haven't seen, anybody on this channel hasn't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's a super fun time. I mean, it's just, it's like a horror comedy type movie, and it's just super fun. Like, I have such a good time with the characters. Yeah, it's just all around a really great 80s slasher film. The remake is just okay. Like, it's just okay. Like, I don't really recommend it. I might buy it eventually, but that is. However, I'm just gonna get started in doing my reviews of these 3 movies, and then I'm probably gonna rank them. Starting off first, obviously, is the original Child's Play. This is from 1988. Oh wow, 88 was a good year for horror. A lot of good movies came out this year. This is, like, it's only 87 minutes, and it does cover a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff happens in these 87 minutes, and it's a really good, like, it's got a good story going for it. Like, the beginning of it is, there's really never, like, too much dull moments in this movie. I say that this whole series, actually, I have a lot more respect for. Like, I didn't think that I would like the series, but I ended up really being impressed with all 3 movies. I can see why people would be fans of this. And honestly, I'm probably going to check out the other 3, even though they're, more like dark comedies than they are horror. I'll check the other 3 out and see what I think. But honestly, I was impressed with this movie. Yeah, I'll give my list of my rankings probably after the video. But all in all, I'd say this is probably I'd say a 6.5 out of 10. Just in personal taste, it is pretty creepy. To be honest, the only thing that I found that I didn't like was some of the characters were kind of annoying. Like, sometimes I'd get really annoyed with the mother and the detective, which are the 2 main characters. So there is that. I really like the character of Andy, though. It's not just because it's my name. I do like the character of him. He's such a good child actor, too, especially for this film. Like, they perfectly cast him. Yeah, that was the first one. The second one, I think overall is above and beyond the first movie. I think this is the best in the series. Spoiler alert, it's my favorite in the series. I'd give it probably a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's a really strong movie. For one, I like the setting. Even though I live in Chicago and the first Child's Play is set in Chicago, I like the suburban type setting that you kind of get in this second movie, and it's just. I just like the characters. Like, even though the dad's supposed to be like this annoying, like, skeptic of like, well, this is a stupid, it's a doll. Like, I didn't like get like overly annoyed with him. But again, this is the first time. Like, this is just like, I've only seen Child's Play like 3 or 4 times. The first one, and this second one, I've only seen once. But this is my initial reaction to this. There's that. I mean, overall, I think the kills are really good in this movie. It's only 84 minutes long, and it never disappoints. And the ending is super good. Like, I really like how it ends. Overall, I don't really think there's much that I can complain about with this movie. Like, it's just like, it's got really good like tension. Like, I felt tense throughout a lot of this movie, especially the middle parts of this movie. It was really, really well set up and really well done. So I was impressed with this film. Which leads me to Child's Play 3, which I was reading and looking on IMDb and a lot of horror sites, and this is the black sheep of the series. This is like the one where everybody really doesn't like it. Of the original Child's Play trilogy, this one gets shit on the most. But I would say that I liked it better than a lot of people were leading on. I definitely don't give it a 4.9, which is what it is on IMDb right now. I would give it... It would depend on my mood, but I would give it a 6.0 or a 6.5, to be honest. It depends on my mood. Some things that I didn't like about the movie, like, the military people were just so stereotypical, like, assholes. And it just, like, it was over the top, and I felt it was really unnecessary, and it just got annoying after a while, how they just like, 25... Like, it was just annoying. Like, that aspect of it, I just was like, yeah, I hate this. But, Andy actually wasn't as terrible of a character as I thought that. Like, it got away from Andy as a kid, and it had him as a teenager, which I didn't know how I'd feel about it, because obviously it was a different actor and everything, and I thought it worked decently well. You know, the new kid who Chucky is, like, making friends with, I forget his name. Yeah, but I actually kind of liked him. I really thought he was a pretty cool character. Like, I mean, the you know, the crush that Andy has, I thought was a really cool character. Like, it wasn't like overly annoying or anything like that. I can understand why people would hate this film, but for me, the strongest point of this film is, like, the ending, especially, like, the whole chase sequence. Like, when he has, like, the people have real bullets and stuff. Like, that was really clever. And then the whole ending where he gets thrown into that thing, and the propeller thing, and just gets cut up. I just think it's a really cool ending. Like, that would have been a perfect way to end the Child's Play series. Like, I mean, it technically does, but he gets brought back in Bride of Chucky. But I thought it was a really cool way to end the Child's Play trilogy. I mean, I can understand, like, the writing wasn't as good, and it wasn't as, you know, like, it wasn't as good and, like, as good as a story as the other two were. Noticeably step back in those, but I still had a good time with it. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess there's not much more I can say, but I did enjoy this series, and honestly, it's a series that I will probably go back to regularly. Like, it's a fun series. Like, it's something that you could watch. They do take themselves pretty seriously. Like, there's not too many times when it's like they're just being a comedy. Like, they do have comedy moments in them, but not too many where you're like, alright, this is just stupid one-liners. But it does take itself seriously, but they are enjoyable. Like, I don't know how to explain it other than that. Like, it is a really enjoyable movie. And yeah, so for, like, my... honestly, between the third and the first Child's Play, it would be second or third, depending on the given day. But honestly, I'd probably put the third one as my third least, my least favorite in the series. Although I don't dislike it, I don't hate on it. It's not a bad film in any stretch of the imagination. I've seen far worse. And then second would probably be the first Child's Play. Strong movie. Can understand why people would have it as their favorite. My favorite is the second one. I just love it. Every moment of it picks up right where the first one left off. It was such a good film. But yeah, that's it for my Child's Play series review. I really did thoroughly enjoy watching these movies. Was genuinely surprised. And I'm glad that I bought them. I blind bought them, and then I thought it would be fairly safe, and it was. And I had a good time, and yeah, I'll probably be watching the rest of the series whenever I get a chance and whenever I discover them. I can't really find them unless it's individually. I'm trying to get them like on a set. The only sets I can find is the whole series, and it's really expensive, so I'll try to find them. I'm sure they're on TV. I've seen them on TV before, so I'll try to check them out. But yeah, I mean, that's it for my series review. I'm not sure what I'll do next week again. Yeah, I'll probably decide that throughout the week. I might do a couple more reviews of some more of my blind buys from, you know, my update collection. I'll probably watch The Blair Witch at some point this week, something like that. But yeah, that's it for this review. Thanks guys for watching, and again, feel free to, you know, voice your opinions or whatever, what you like or dislike about the series. So yeah, go ahead. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully you enjoyed it, and please feel free to sub. Have a good day, guys.